Bhakta Narayan and Maharaj over there. Sitting at my sister Nandra Nam thousand times also to my Sri Rupanaguru Gauri Guru Bhakta. Therefore my sister Nandra Nam thousand Vaishnava. Continuing reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, slok 30. Sadhibhuta evam mam sadhayagyam cha ye vidhu prayana kale vichamam te vidhu yukta chestasam. Those who know me as the presiding deity, governing principle of Adi Bhuta, Adi Daivan, Adi Yagya, and whose minds are attached to me, remember me even at the time of death. Bhavanavad by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. By the influence of my Bhakti, the knowledge of those who have realized me as the presiding deity of Adi Bhuta, Adi Daivan, Adi Yagya, remain intact up to the time of death. Unlike others, their intelligence is not affected by the body. They will achieve in the future in accordance with their karma performed in this life. To explain this, Sri Bhagavan is speaking this sloka beginning with Sadi Bhuta. The word Adi Bhuta, etc. will be explained in the next chapter. Only the Bhaktas of Bhagavan Sri Hari can cross over Maya by completely understanding his tattva. 6 types of such devotees have been delineated in this chapter. Adi Bhuta means the gross material elements. The Adi Daya means the Devatas. Adi Yagi means the sacrifices. Prakashika Sri Bhagavan is saying, those who by power of my bhakti know me as the governing principle of Adi Bhuta Tattva, Adi Daiva Tattva, Adi Yagya Tattva, can remember me at the time of death. They are not fearful of death because they do not forget me. In other words, Bhagavan is the source of all creation, all living entities, demigod even, and he is the source of also all sacrifice. Any sacrifice that is performed, Krishna or Bhagavan is the recipient of that sacrifice, either directly or indirectly. Thus ends 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 8. Tarak Brahma Yoga. Yoga with Para Brahma. These chapters from 7 to 12, these are all going to be describing now Bhakti Yoga essentially, glorifying Bhakti. First 6 chapters deal with karma, primary karma, and the last 6 chapters primarily Gyan, but this middle chapter are describing Bhakti. Arjuna Vacha, Kim Tar Brahma Kim Adhyatmam Kim Karma Purushottamam Adi Bhutam Cha Kim Proktam Adi Daivam Kim Uchchate. Arjuna inquired, O Purushottam, what is Brahma, absolute reality? What is Adhyatma, the pure self? What is Karma, the principle of action? What is Adi Bhuta, the basis of this material manifestation? And what is Adi Daiva, the principle underlying the Devas? Prakashika Vritti. In the first 2 slokas of this chapter, Arjuna raises 7 questions. 6 of those questions relate to the factual meanings of the 6 words mentioned at the end of the last chapter. Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma, Adi Bhuta, Adi Daiva, and Adi Yagya. The 7th question is, how does a man whose senses are controlled know you at the time of death? In this chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna explains these topics in detail, answering all of Arjuna's questions. So how can someone remember Krishna at the time of death? Adi Yagya Katam Kotra Dehesmin Madhusudana Prayana Kalesha Katam Yeo Sri Niyata Atmadhihi. Who is Adi Yagya, the presiding deity of Yagya? And how is he dwelling in this body, O Madhusudan? And by what means are you to be known at the time of death? By a self-controlled person. Bhavanuvad. In the 8th chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna explains yoga in response to Bhakta's questions. Within this topic, he also explains Yoga Mishra Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, and destinations of both. Bhagavan spoke on 7 topics such as Brahma at the end of the last chapter. Now, in this chapter, Arjuna is inquiring about those topics in this and the previous sloka, beginning with the words Kim Tat. In other words, what is the meaning of Brahma, Adhyatma, Karma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva, Adiyagya? You must know more in detail about these terms, these topics. Who is Adiyagya, the presiding deity of Yagya? Who resides in this body and how can he be known? Slok 3. Shri Bhagavan Vacham Aksharam Param Brahma Svabhava Dhyatma Uchyate Bhuta Bhavat Bhavat Karo Visarga Karma Samjitaha. Shri Bhagavan said, the eternal, imperishable Param Tattva is indeed Brahma. The Jiva in his pure state is called Adhyatma. And the principle of Yagya in this material world, where the development of the Jiva's material bodies and their expansion takes place, is known as karma. Bhavanuvad. While answering Arjuna's questions, Sri Bhagavan says that Brahma is that which is imperishable or eternally supreme. O Gargi, the learned Brahmanas call it Akshara. Brihat Narayana Upanishad. It means Akshara Brahma. It is imperishable Brahma. It is eternal. It never perishes. It's in the meaning of the word Akshara. It is Akshaya, permanent. We say Akshaya Tritiya. It is the same word Akshara, Akshaya. Synonymous. Swabhava, those who create material bodies because they identify their atma with the body, Swabhava Yati, are called Swabhava, or Jivas in the conditioned states. The word Swabhava also means Jivas in their constitutional state, and refers to those who situate themselves in their pure state by cultivating Bhakti and attaining Swam Paramatma. Here Swabhava does not refer to the conditioned Jiva, but to the unalloyed entity, the Shuddha Jiva, who is also known as Adhyatma. So Swabhava in its true meaning means the pure Jiva, one who is situated in his eternal Swarup, serving the Lord. Therefore the Shuddha Jiva is known as Adhyatma. Visarga or the Jiva Samsara results in Bhuta Bhava Udbhava Karaha, the gross and subtle elements which create human and other bodies according to the consciousness of the Jiva. So this is called Visarga, transformation. And the Jiva, due to his false bodily identification, his false conceptions of I am mine, then based on his consciousness, then he achieves a body suitable for that consciousness. Therefore, if one is acting in a very tamasic way, then one will always get a tamasic body in the next life. They will not get human body. Based on your actions, your consciousness, you will get a body according to fit that consciousness. Here, samsara, the cycle of material existence, is created by the karma, action of the jiva. So here the word karma indicates the material existence of the jiva. In the spiritual world there is no karma, there is only devotion. Karma means activities which bind you to this temporary world. This is called karma. Selfish actions which are binding you. They are prolonging or fueling this samsara. If the jiva will stop doing karma, then the material world will not have any existence. If the jiva is doing karma, then the world is created again and again. Facilitate their desire. Prakashika Vritti, Srila Gurudev. Brahma means that which does not perish. It is called Akshara because it is infallible. Akshara Tattva is free from destruction and transformation, and is also called Parabrahma. Here it should be understood that only Savishaya Smoi, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, the conscious reality who possesses all transcendental attributes, is Parabrahma, not Nirvishesha Brahma. But this Nirvishesha Brahma comes from Savishesha Brahma, that is Parabrahma. In other words, it is the effulgence coming from the toenail of Sri Krishna. Yadyapi samadhisu vididyapi pasyati nadava nakaviramarichi idam ichami nishamyattava chutatta tadapi kripat bhuta vinchi. Become Brahma, he cannot realize the effulgence that is coming from the toenail of Sri Krishna. Rupa Goswami has written. So Brahma is the transcendental effulgence of the Lord. And Nirvishad Brahma, his featureless impersonal aspect, comes from Parabrahma. Although the word Akshara refers to all three features of the Supreme, namely Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan, here it only indicates Parabrahma Swayam Bhagavan. So in general, when we say Akshara, that which is infallible, we can refer to Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Paranti tat tattva vidas tattam yak jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavan iti shabdete. But in this context, Akshara here is referring to Akshara Brahma, that is Parabrahma. One should hear Swayam Bhagavan. One should deliberate on Gita 15, 16 and 18 for a detailed understanding of this subject. This is also established in the praise of Lord Brahma in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter. Aho bhagyam, yan mitra, nanda gopa prajokasam, yan mitram paramananda, purna brahma sanatma. Shri Krishna, who is the complete Brahma, eternal and whose form is composed of supreme bliss, is their friend. Also, they said that Nanda kim akarot brahma shayam eva mahoda. Yashoda cha mahabhaga paho yasnamhi. Parabrahma himself is, how fortunate Nanda and Yashoda. Parabrahma himself is drinking the breast milk of Mother Yashoda. And then here, more is said that this is also cited in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila. Aham iham nandam ande yasya linde param brahma. Shutim apare, Shutim itare, Bharat anya bhajantu bhavavita, aham nihanandam madhya yasya param brahma. Some people worship the Shrutis, follow the Shrutis, some people the Smritis, some people the Mahabharata. Out of fear of this material existence, they worship and follow these scriptures. As far as I am concerned, Raghupati Upadhyaya is saying, I worship Nanda Maharaj. Why? Because Param Brahma is rolling in the mud and the dirt in his courtyard and playing there. I forever worship that Nanda Maharaj, in whose courtyard Parabrahma is playing as Nanda. Adhyatma means Svabhava, or the Shuddha Jiva, situated in his analoid state, free from any contact with inert matter. Swam Bhavayati means that one maintains the conception I am this gross body, due to contact and identification with the body. There is another meaning of Svabhava or Swam Bhavayati. The jiva who realizes Paramatma is called Svabhava. Sripad Baladev Vidyabhushan also translates the word Svabhava as the Jivatma. Jivatmana Sambandhi Yo Bhava. Bhava or existence in relationship with the Jivatma is called Svabhava. That same Jivatma who has taken shelter of the body considers himself to be the enjoyer of sense objects. Therefore the word Adhyatma refers to the Jiva. So, the Jiva, he takes shelter of a physical body, and then through that physical body he interacts and enjoys in this world. So in an ordinary sense, we can say that Adhyatma refers also to the Jiva, his condition. As we heard earlier, Adhyatma is referring in this context to the pure Jiva. Visarga means yagya, which is performed by offering material ingredients for the pleasure of the Devatas. This gives rise to the gross and subtle elements, which in turn create the material world in the form of the Jiva's gross bodies. This should be understood as Visarga, the material existence of the Jiva. Here Visarga means creation. The creation of this world. The Jiva's independent desire, or the desire to be independent, is the fuel which makes this creation take place. Later the Gita will be described. Maya Yakshane Prakriti Sruyata Su Charachara. You will describe that. It is the Jivas who are making this universe rotate. Or everything happen in this universe. The Jiva's desire which is making it animate. Why the material world is inanimate? Right? It's all material elements. Nothing is alive here. What brings life to this world? The Jiva. The Jiva is soul. The Jivatma comes, with his consciousness he comes and he makes inanimate objects also animate. Like for instance, this mic. This mic is inanimate, but because someone who is conscious is speaking into it, now this object has some life. It is creating sound and everything. Some transformation is happening. So this material world is inanimate. But the jivas, they cause this material world to continue on. The creation to happen again and again. And they are the cause for everything. If the jivas did not exist, Bhagavan would have no need for this material world. He created this world only for the sake of the jivas. Shloka 4. Adi bhutam shrok bhava purushas charidayanatam. Adi yagyoham evatra deha deha vritam vara. Oh Arjuna, best among embodied beings, that which is perishable is called Adi Bhuta. And the universal form is Adi Daiva, presiding Lord of all Devatas. I alone am Adi Yagya, situated in the body as Antaryami, and I inspire a person to perform activities such as Yagya. Mahavanubhava. Adi Bhuta refers to perishable objects such as pots and cloth, which exists by taking support of the living entities. According to the Nirukta Vedic dictionary, Adi Daiva refers to the Virat Purush, who has authority over the Devatas such as Surya. I inspire activities such as Yagya by my partial expansion as Antaryami. Hence, I am Adi Yagya. Dictionaries and things, these are just mediums or vessels to carry meaningful words. They are not any authority. But the Vaishnavas, real-life Vaishnavas like Krishna Thakur, if the meanings of the dictionary are in support, the meaning of the Vedic scriptures, then they can be used also as evidence or can be used to help illuminate the meaning further. Therefore, in the Nirukta, the Vedic dictionary, it is discussed, Adi Daiva refers to the Virat Purush, and Krishna Thakur agrees with this conclusion. Therefore, he has quoted it here, just to give us some deeper understanding of what is the meanings of the words here. But if we were to take a dictionary and think that I will dictionary to interpret everything in the scriptures, then we will not get anywhere. There are thousands of meanings, thousands of synonyms. What you will understand? Therefore, Vaishnavara Jaha Bhagavata Para Vaishnavara Sthane Ekanta Shaya Karo Shri Chaitanya Charane. Take shelter of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hear the Bhagavatam from his Vaishnavas. Don't study independently. Here it says that I inspire activities such as Yagya by my partial expansion as Antaryami, that is the super soul. Hence I am Adi Yagya. Anticipating the doubt, how are you situated as Adi Yagya? Bhagavan speaks the words Aham Eva, only I. Only I am to be known in my non-different expansion of Antaryami. Unlike the Jiva, Adhyatma, my portion, Amsa, Antaryami is non-different from me. The Jivatma is separated apart, leaving Amsa, and Paramatma, Antaryami, who is non-different from me, is my Swa Amsa. As my friend, you are Deha Vritam Vara, the best among the embodied beings. In other words, the Jivatma, he is to seek out Paramatma, Bhagavan. Therefore, all his sacrifice, everything is to be offered unto him. Therefore, Antaryami Paramatma, Bhagavan is known as Adi Yagya. If Paramatma is Antaryami Paramatma is referred to Adi Yagya, then more than that Bhagavan is, because Paramatma is only an expansion of Paramatma. And Paramatma is only an expansion of Bhagavan. Therefore, if Paramatma is to be sought out, then more than Paramatma, Bhagavan is to be sought out. Because the Jiva has an eternal relationship with Bhagavan specifically, not with Paramatma. Paramatma is only a witness who is inspiring and giving remembrance and forgetfulness. But in general, when we say Paramatma, it can also refer to Bhagavan. You should understand that it also, in a general sense, Paramatma means the Supreme Lord. Sometimes it is used in that sense also. It doesn't specifically refer to Super Soul in the heart. When we say Paramatma means referring to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. He is the heart, he is the super soul heart residing in all hearts. The gopis have said this. In Bhakti Prasanga, they have said this verse. I forget this verse. There they like the gopis are saying. Everything in the gopis are saying. You are Akila Hinam, Antaratmati. You are the super soul residing in the heart of everyone. Krishna, he is the supreme soul. He is the Paramatma. Prakashika Vritti. Here Sri Bhagavan is answering three of Arjuna's questions. Adibhuta, gross articles such as pots or cloth, which are perishable and which change at every moment, exist by taking support of the living entities. They are thus called Adibhuta. These material elements, they have no existence really. Their existence is very dependent on the jiva. For instance, the jiva, they create things and they maintain them. Without the jiva, then there's only the elements will be there. Then it's just nature is even in the nature the jiva is there. Without jiva, there is no creation actually. They make these elements, put them in motion, give some meaning to everything. So articles, pots and cloth, all these things, they are created by the jiva. They are maintained by the jiva, and ultimately they are destroyed. The new ones are created. Adidaiva, the complete cosmic being or Virat Purush is called Adidaiva. Because he has sovereignty over the devatas. He is the Adidaiva. Like we say, Devadi Deva, Adidev, Lord of all devatas. Adidaiva, he means he is the supreme devata. That is the Virat Purush. He is sovereignty. The Lord, the Supreme Lord has control over all the devatas. Adiyagya, the word Adiyagya refers to the Purush who is situated in the bodies of the jivas as all-pervading Antaryami, who inspires action karma such as yagya and who gives the results of karma. Antaryami is Swamsa Tattva, a plenary portion of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And it is said in Svetasvara Upanishad, Dvasuparna Sayuja Sakaya Samanam Vriksham Parisasvajate Tayor Anya Kripalam Svajatya Anashnan Anya Vichakasiti. Shiradakashai Purush and the Jiva live as two friendly birds on the branch of a banyan tree, which is likened to this temporary material body. The Jiva takes the fruits of the tree according to his karma, while the other bird, Paramatma, is not engaged in enjoying the fruits, but simply witnesses the Jiva's activity. A famous example. Two birds in the tree. One is relishing the fruits, that is the Jiva, us. The other bird is the Paramatma, who is in our heart, is witnessing and watching us, engaged in all these different kinds of karma. Now, he does not interfere, but sometimes when he sees a desire, the Jiva has some desire to do bhakti, or the Paramatma will sometimes try to inspire, try to arrange, encourage the Jiva to do some bhakti. Paramatma is always help inspiring and creating forgetfulness. Here it says, who inspires action karma such as yagya. So he tries to inspire, do something good. So even bad people, sometimes they have a change of heart. They want to do something good. Not everyone who always can act contrary to their nature. Ultimately the nature of the jiva is to be a servant of the Lord. How long you will cover that? If you have hot coals, hot cinders, doesn't matter how much ash you put on top, they are still hot underneath, You're trying to cover it, but after, or like a volcano, you're keeping it under the earth, you're trying to suppress it, but after some time it must come out. So the jiva, pure nature, serve the Lord is eternally there. How you can distort it and you can run away from it. Ultimately, it must come out at one point in time. You must come to your original nature, that is to serve. In Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, Shukadeva Goswami also said, Kechit sva dehanta hridaya avakashe pradesha matram purusham vasantam. Some yogis remember that pradesh matra, purush, is situated within the cave of their hearts. The word Pradesh Matra has been translated in Sridhar as the distance from the thumb to the tip of the first finger. This in Yagya we call Pradesh Matra. We put the Kushagraj in the Yagyapun. One Kushagraj is 21 fingers, one is 12, and 3 of them are Pradesh Praman. Pradesh Praman means this long. The thumb, the finger, and you measure. So some places describe that the Antaryami is like this size in the heart. Said that Srila Chakravarti Thakur says by his Achintya Shakti, his inconceivable potency, he is situated within that area as a 15-year-old Kishore. So the Supreme Lord is there, residing in the heart as a Kishore Krishna. Moreover, it is said in Katha Upanishad, Angushta Mata Purusho Madhya Atmani Tishtati. Antaryami Purush is the size of a thumb and is situated in the middle part of the body, the heart. Dilli Sahib? Room दे दिया तो Bhagavat Gita बात चल रहा है. So here saying that Antaryami is size of the thumb, like this size. Somebody is saying it's this size, somebody is saying this size. Residing where? In the middle part of the body, the heart. Residing there. All this evidence proves that Antaryami Paramatma is situated within the heart of the ordinary jiva and occupies a space the size of the thumb. For each special bhaktas, however, Krishna himself is situated in their hearts in his Kishore form as a 15-year-old. And especially those who take shelter of Sadguru, then Guru enters into the heart as Chaitya Guru. He becomes Paramatma. He's residing in the heart. Gurudev said, one time he said at the time of Diksha, told one time that I come and I offer my pranams, fold my hands to Paramatma and I request Paramatma to leave, and I enter into the heart. And Guru entered into the heart and he begins preparing that heart like a kunja, like Vrindavan, making it suitable and ready that Radha and Krishna themselves can enter and perform their sweet pastimes. And Vedanta Sutra describes how the Paramatma is residing here. So where does the Atma reside? Vedanta Sutra describes the Atma is residing in these three places. If you're fully conscious, it is here between the eyes. Then it goes down to the throat sometimes and moves down sometimes here. So you see when people are awake, when they are falling asleep, then what happens? The Atma leaves the head and the head comes down. And when they wake up, this is how you see consciousness. So the Atma is something moving like this, inside this body. It's the size of the Atma, take one hair, divide it into 100 pieces. And 100 pieces again, you cut into 100 pieces, that's the size of the Atma. The tip of the hair. Very, very minute. You cannot, it's subatomic. It cannot be perceived by the senses. It is so small. Scientists, they have all these theories, subatomic, this atomic, that atomic, they have all these theories, but only speculation. They're speculating when all knowledge is here. Spirit is the most finite, subtle element, which cannot be perceived by matter. The jiva, the spirit which is animating, is the source of all creation. And Antaryami is of Bhagavan himself, as the Super Soul, he is residing in every single part of it, atom. So Krishna, for his special bhaktas, however, Krishna himself is situated in their hearts in his Kishore form as 15-year-olds. For example, that Antaryami situated within the heart of Nilamangal is none other than the transcendental Kishore, Sri Krishna himself. As he says in Krishna Karnamrita, Chintamani Jayati Soma Girir Guru Maya Shiksha Brusha Bhagavan Shri Kinsha Mauri. All glories to Chintamani, who I consider to be my Guru and who has fulfilled all desires. All glories to my Guru, Somagiri, and to my Shiksha Guru, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, who has a peacock feather in his hair and is situated in my heart. The Antaryami situated in the heart of Arjuna is the same Kishore Krishna himself, who is situated on his chariot. Therefore, in the hearts of the Vaishnava, the devotees, who resides there? Only Radha and Krishna riding there in their heart. Only Sri Guru. There's no space for anyone. Here Bilananda was saying Krishna is our Shiksha Guru. For all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Bhajan Shiksha Guru of the Sampradaya. Through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we understand Krishna. Krishna is also here as our Shiksha Guru. But we understand Krishna's words through who? Mahaprabhu and his devotee. Krishna is speaking this Gita, but who is explaining Krishna's words to us? It is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Gurudev, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They are helping us understand what Krishna is saying. Therefore, Krishna, now Parampara, Mahaprabhu himself is Krishna himself, among different. Shloka 5. Antakala chamam eva smaram muktva kalevaram ya prayati samad bhavam yati nafs atta samsayam. Whoever at the time of death leaves his body while remembering me alone surely attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Bhavanubhava. How can one know you at the time of leaving the body? In answer to Arjuna's question, Sri Bhagavan says, by remembering me, one is in knowledge of me, but one can never know me fully in the same way that one may know material objects such as pots and cloth. So you may have material knowledge, but this material knowledge, this science is not capable of understanding me. Krishna can only be understood through loving devotion. The gopis, they know Krishna. When Krishna tries to exert his authority over the gopis, said, I am the Lord, this and that. The gopis, they laugh and say, we know you very well, what kind of Lord you are. When you were only 1 month old, you killed a woman. And you going house to house stealing butter here and there, thieving, so many lies, so many mischievous nonsense, this and that. We know what kind of Lord you are. We know you very well. The gopis, they know Krishna, they know his nature. They also know that whatever Krishna says, Krishna will also not break his promise. Krishna will also keep his promises. Therefore, when Krishna told the gopis, I will come back to Vrindavan, then the gopis, they are able to maintain their life, knowing that, oh, Krishna, he has given his word, he is going to come. Therefore, they maintain themselves, waiting for Krishna to return. Who can understand Krishna? The Brajvasis, they know Krishna very well. By mundane science and knowledge, we cannot understand him. He is not some object to be analyzed and gather information on. He is not the object of our senses. He is the object of our worship. He is Rishikesha, Rishikesha, Semana Bhakshute. All our senses have been offered unto his worship. He cannot be enjoyed by our senses. How many types of jnana are there by which to remember Sri Bhagavan? This is explained in the following 4 slokas. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajan anta kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sadatat bhava bhavitaham. Whatever one remembers at the time of death, O Kaunteya, he is sure to attain that same state, due to being always absorbed in such contemplation. Bhavanava, just as one attains me by remembering me only, similarly one also attains the state corresponding to whatever or whoever else he remembers. To explain this, Sri Bhagavan is speaking the word yam yam. People are absorbed in a particular state of existence due to remembrance and continuous meditation on it. Bhagavatam says that if you see men in this world, you should know that in their previous life they were women. The women at the time of death, they are thinking of men and they leave their body. And then if you see any women in this world, you should know they are in the previous life they are men. Men who are thinking of women and they die and they become women. So this is the state of this samsara. Whatever you think at the time of death, your consciousness, that's what you will have. They know in planes they crash, they have a thing which is called the black box. It gathers any information, what was spoken on the radio, this and that, and just before the time of crash. So the last thing that pilots, they always, mostly, they say before they die, is they remember their mother, mommy, mother, when they die. So they think of their mother when they die, they're born a woman in their next life for sure. That's why, because in this world, mother's love is the closest thing to have to something selfless. The mother is worshipping the child, helping the child, raising the child. So the mother's love makes an impression on the jiva. Therefore, these pilots, when they're dying, they're remembering their mother. So here it's saying, what you remember at the time of death, you will achieve that position. Bhavanuva, just as one attains me by remembering me only, similarly, one also attains the state corresponding to whoever else he remembers. To explain this, Sri Bhagavan is speaking the words, yam yam. Whatever you are remembering. People are absorbed in a particular state of existence due to remembrance and continuous meditation on it. Prakasha Vritti. There's not some people think, oh, I'll enjoy them and I'm all done with Bhakti, then I'll remember about it. No, you have to enjoy your whole life and that will be running in your mind your whole life. You cannot, those samskars and impressions will be strong in your mind. And at the time of death, that which is most dear to you, you will remember that. Prakashika Vritti, by remembering Bhagavan at the time of death, one attains his nature. Similarly, one attains a nature corresponding to other beings and objects one remembers. Bharat Maharaj thought of a young deer at the time of death, and in his next life he received the body of a deer. For this reason, one must not think of anything except Bhagavan at the time of death. And Bharat Maharaj, he was a Bhakta, but any ordinary devotee. But still, because of that, he was unable to, because of attachment to a deer, he was unable to control his mind. That attachment was very strong and he remembered that attachment. And he became that. To attain such consciousness, it is imperative to endeavor in this direction from the very beginning of one's life. Although Bharat Maharaj was a Bhakta of high caliber and was situated on the platform of Bhav, he was born as a young deer by the will of the Lord to set an example for humanity. Because he had remembrance of his past life, he completely avoided the association of materialistic persons. And in his second and third births, he remained engaged in the cultivation of Bhakti. His second birth, his first birth, he was Bharat Maharaj. Second birth, he was born as a deer. And third birth, he was born as a Bharat. These are described in the Bhagavatam. Because he was in the city of Bhav, he was able to remember his previous life. So even as a deer, he would go, eat only dry leaves, be around the side of the ashrams. This way he was able to remain free from any kind of entanglement. To take the remnants of the Murishis. Here, the ordinary jivas who are bound by the results of their karma should take a good lesson from the example of Bharat Maharaj and should not commit offences at his feet thinking he was bound by the results of karma as they are. So this was like a pastime. Vishwanath Thakur describes to help him proceed through to perfect his bhav. Then these three lives, Bharat Maharaj, the deer and Jat Bharat. He went through these three lives to perfect his prem, to help him. Otherwise it may have taken longer. So he had to go through this, become a king, then become detached, become attached to a deer, then take birth as a deer, and then become Jat Bharat. He was very intelligent, but he acted like dumb. And Kalima, the dacoit tried to offer him to Kalima, Mother Kali, but then she came out and killed the dacoit. And later Jat Bharat, he instructed Maharaj Rahugana, and his instructions are there in the 5th canto of the Bhagavad. Furthermore, the story of Puranjana described in the Bhagavatam shows how he attained the body of a woman in his next life. Because he was thinking of a woman at the time of death. Actually, this Puranjana and Puranjani is also in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam. This Narad Rishi is explaining this. It is like a instructive story that Narad explains. Very nice. He describes everything. It's a metaphor for the jiva and his body and this material world. He describes how Puranjan, he enters into a city and then he stays there and has everything there, all facilities, and he becomes the king of that city and then he marries Puranjani. The whole story he describes. It's describing actually the whole cycle of jiva's life in this world. The city is like the human body, Puranjan is like the Atma, Puranjan is like another Atma, it becomes attracted to And then he has to leave the city originally, means then he has to leave, his Atma has to leave the body. That time, Puranjani and everyone else are in the city. They are crying, they are weeping for him. So whole metaphor describing the journey of the jiva. It's in the fourth canto of Bhagavatam. Actually, whatever we do during the course of our lives influences our consciousness at the time of death. And we take another birth accordingly. This is why sadhak should perform Harinam and practice Shuddha Bhakti in this life. So at the time of death, they will be able to remember Bhagavan intensely, and their path to eternal associations will become blessed. If you cannot remember, if you cannot control your mind now and remember Bhagavan, what you will do at the time of death? At the time your body is burning and you are suffering and so many problems and so much fear and anxiety, then how you will remember Bhagavan at that time? And now is the time to practice. One may be able to remember him at the time of death. Slok 7. Tasmat sarveshu kareshu mam anusmara yudhyacha maya arpita mano buddhir mam evasyasya asamsaya. Therefore, you should always remember me at the same time, perform your prescribed duty of fighting. You should always remember me and at the same time perform your prescribed duty of fighting. With your mind and intellect devoted to me, you will attain me without doubt. Bhavanava, the mind is sankalpa atmaka, meaning that it can concentrate on a particular motivation and can also oscillate. Buddhi means intelligence and vyavasayatmika means that which is resolute. Prakashika vritti. Thus, by constantly remembering my Parabrahma Bhav, my eternal beautiful form of Krishna, act according to your own sabha, your acquired nature as a kshatriya, and fight. When your mind is concentrated in this way, your intelligence is resolute, and you are surrendered unto me, you will surely attain me. Sloka 8. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati partanuchintaya. O Partha, one who is engaged in constant yoga practice with undeviated attention and who continuously thinks of Param Purush, the Supreme Person, will surely attain me. Bhavanubhav. In this way, he who practices remembering me during his life will naturally remember me at the time of death. In this way he will achieve me. Thus, remembrance of me alone is the supreme yoga of the mind. To explain this, Sri Bhagavan is speaking this shloka beginning with the words Abhyasa Yoga. Before he said that Yoga Abhyasena Kaunta. Now he's saying that Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. Saying engage in this Abhyasa Yoga. Means union with the Lord where you are constantly striving to please Him. Make him happy, remember him, serve him, worship him. This is what Abhyas. Practical yoga, practical service, practical application of the word yoga. Yoga means to unite the jiva with Bhagavan. So what is going to unite the jiva with Bhagavan? That is Bhakti. And the word practical appliance of Bhakti, that is seva. Performing Bhakti, this is called Abhyas yoga. Abhyas means to practice continuous remembrance of me. And yoga means to fix the mind in such practice, not hankering for different sense objects. When one constantly remembers me with such undeviated attention, he will be able to conquer the nature of the mind. Prakashika vritti. So ultimately, Swami Maharaj told one English sannyasi. He gave him sannyasi, preached for 10 years. Now give you the qualification to sit here in Bandav and chant and remember the holy name. Therefore, Mahaprabhu says that in the second sloka of Shikshastikam, he said that this Nam-Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatkarta Niyamita Smarane Kala. There is no rules for remembering the holy name. It doesn't say chanting the holy name, it's Smarane Kala. There is no rules for chanting and Smarane, remembering the holy name. So Smarane is the ultimate objective of chanting. So absorb your mind in thinking of Krishna. Smartavyam Satada Vishnur Vismartavit Always remember Krishna, never forgetting. This is the rule, essence of all rules. So the whole purpose of being whole purpose and the aim and object is to always be able to remember Krishna. So how can we remember Him? By developing someone in a relationship, attachment, purifying the heart. Therefore, the Vaishnava engages in seva, taking our senses, mind, body, everything in Krishna's service. purify us, develop this relationship, attachment to Him. So that one day we'll also be able to sit and remember the Lord continuously. Chant, continuously remember. This is the object of all our endeavors. We always remember Krishna. Yena jena prakarana mana nija niveshaya. Krishna mana niveshaya. By hook or by crook, somehow engage your mind in thinking of Krishna. This is Rupa Goswami is described. One will be able to engage the mind in remembering Sri Bhagavan by the performance of Abhyas Yoga and by withdrawing it from other sense objects. By continually practicing remembrance of Sri Krishna throughout one's life, one will be able to come to the distracted mind, thus enabling one to remember Krishna at the time of death. This is also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Abhyasen atmano yogi dharayet achalang manaha. A yogi should make his mind steady by practice. One may refer to Gita 12:9 to study this topic further. So, by practice, we make the mind steady by practice. That is by engaging in devotional service. By hearing this very strong and powerful Harikatha, Braj Katha, then these things will make the mind very steady. By hearing, therefore first comes Shravanam. Out of all in the Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasana. First you should hear. In the beginning stages, top most important to hear Harikatha. Then through Harikatha some greed will come in the heart. Some desire will come to perform Bhakti. And one will continuously engage oneself. One will hanker. So Shravanam should take place first. It's very important. Then Kirtanam will take place, and then Smaranam. One by one. Kirtana prabhave smarana hoive sekale nirjana bhajana sambhav. By the influence of Kirtan, Smarana takes place. But if you have not performed Shravan, then how will you perform Kirtan? Therefore you have to associate with the Vaishnavas first. Hear from them. Perform Kirtan under their guidance. Sankirtan means what? When there is one pure devotee, and many devotees come under the guidance of that one pure devotee. Performs Kirtan, then it is called Sankirtan. Sankirtanam bahul me militva tat gana Krishna sutam gana. And many people they come under the guidance of one devotee to chant the glory of Sri Krishna, making happy. So without the presence of a pure devotee, it is never considered to be Sankirtan. One time they asked Gurudev, but then we are in the West and you are here in India very far away. We are going on Nagar Sankirtan and Kirtan, and what to do then? He said, no, because you are performing Sankirtan and Kirtan on my order, therefore it is pure. If the order, you are under the guidance of Vaishnavas, then they are always present there. Then that it is done under their guidance, then it is considered to be pure Sankirtan. Independently we do any sadhana, any kirtan, any tapasya. Then the question is, for whom are you doing this for? Are you doing it for Krishna's pleasure? Are you doing it for your own pleasure? For whose pleasure are you doing it for? For your name and fame? Therefore, that kind of independent performance only leads to some sukriti. And by that sukriti you get the association of pure Vaishnava. And then under his guidance, when you perform those same activities, then it will bestow you the true benefit, that is Bhakti. Therefore, Bhakti is always from under guidance. Therefore, he said that Nama Rupa Charitari Sukirtanamu Sprityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Tishtam Prajayatat Anuragi Jan Anugami Kalanai Akinam Tichu Upadesha Saram. He said that Nama Rupa Charitari Sukirtanamu. So do not only kirtan but Sukirtan. Su means like very beautiful, perfect, nice, beautiful kirtan. Now Krishna's name, roop, form for this pasana. Nama Rupa Charitari Sukirtananu Smrityo Pramena Manasini Yoja. And we should remember in sequence. Smrityo Pramena Rasana Manasini Yoja. And by engaging the tongue and the mind. The Smrityo refers to 5 kinds of smaran. There is smaran, dharan, dhyan, dhruvanusmriti and samadhi. 5 stages of progressive stages of smaran. Then he said, Tishtam Prajayatat Anuragi Anugami. Kalanaya Akilam Itupadesh. Here the word Anu comes 3 times. So that Tanama Rupa Charitari Sukirtananu Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyajatistam Rajatat Anuragijan Anugami. The word Anu comes in 3 places in this verse. Just like in the verse Harinam, 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 Kevalam, 3 times it is given for emphasis. Here also the word Anu is 3 times it is given. To emphasize. Anu means Anugratya, under the guidance. It means Nirantar, continuous. Continuously under the guidance. That Anuragi, those who are Anuragi Jan. That Anuragi Jan, Anugami. Following in the footsteps of those Anuragi Jan. Performing Kirtan under their guidance. Kalanaya Akilam Ityupadesha. This is the essence of all instruction. Krishna Prajay, always reminding you, brother. If you cannot be here physically, then you always mentally have to reside in that. But in other words, you have to do your bhajan under the guidance of a Braj Anuragi Jan, the eternal residence of Braj, and always residing in Braj, under their guidance. If you cannot physically, then mentally, always hand to him, always residing. Then, this is called a steady practice. This is continuous. Honey flowing from a jar. Then our bhakti is non-stop. Then it will give the true result. Then, guarantee, you perform bhajan in this way. Under the guidance of the Braj Anuragi Jan, Anuragi Vaishnava, the Brajvasi. Then where your mind will wander, where it will go? It will always be situated here in Vrindavan. Even if you're always practicing that, always thinking of Vrindavan, even when you're out of Vrindavan, always thinking of Braj. No matter where you are, you're always meditating and thinking of Braj Bandav, the Vaishnava Radha Krishna. So you're always doing that throughout your life. And at the time of death also, when it's time to leave this body, you'll always be thinking of that Braj. You'll go to Braj Bandav. With your practice, this is the purpose of Abhyas. There are 2 things. Abhyas and Atma. In the path of Raganuga Bhakti, these 2 things are very important. Abhyas means should be continuous practice, unbroken. But Avesh is Atma. Avesh means that we should have some absorption, deep absorption in the object of our remembrance. And Tadatma means we should try to feel. Like in English we say, we try to sympathize. You say emphasize and synthesize. Emphasize means that you understand what the person is going through. Sympathize means you feel what the person is going through. That Atma is like more than that. It means not only synthesize, but you are like one. That says the Kodamore Atma Sadhu is prayed to the Gurudev. Make me one with yourself. You want to become Tad Atma with Guru. You want to become Tad Atma with the Brajvasi. Our hearts should be one with theirs completely. Whatever they are experiencing, whatever they are feeling, I shall also experience. And that happens by having awareness, complete absorption, and by abhyas, by constant practice. Constant meditation, constant practice, then this awareness will come, then this tadatma will come. It's like some people say one should chant less rounds but quality rounds. Some people say no, chant more rounds, better. So Prabhupada said chant more rounds. Why? Because if you chant more, there's some chance that some of those rounds will be quality. There will be some awareness and some tadatma will come. There's no abhyas, no constant practice, then these other things cannot follow. Therefore it's necessary to give time, give practice continuously. So we'll finish here today. Today to Raghunath Swami's Giridhari and Mahotsav. In the evening we'll hear this Katha from the Vaishnava. Very special day. Today Raghunath Swami is Rati Manjari. He is distributing this Brajrati. This Braj brand to all. So we'll hear about that evening. Gaur Brahmananda Hari Hari Bo Jai Shri Guru Pada Padma Ki Jai Guru Parampara Ki Jai Sachidananda Gaur Hari Ki Jai Suparshada Gaur Hari Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Hari Ram Sankirtan Ki Jai Sankirtan Gari Bhakti Vinda Ki Jai Jai Raghunath Swami Giridhari Dhanna Mahotsav Ki Jai Ananta Gadi Vaishnava Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Brahmananda Hari 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 Bo